Hello, everyone, and welcome to March 22nd of 2021. As you can see, it was a pretty big day today because I'm dressed up in my suit here. Today was my interview for the Associate Development team, so it was pretty great. It was an hour into my shift. It went really well. I felt like it was more of a conversation more than anything, and I'm super excited. I should hear back by Friday if I continue on with the interview, and then after that it's just seeing if I continue on. If I do continue on, it'll be like an assignment. There'll be like an assignment for me to complete. It's not necessarily like an interview, quote unquote, per se. So that's pretty good. That's where I mainly excel at. Genuinely, I get terrified of interviews, but this time it was all right. And thankfully, the rest of it is smooth sailing as far as I know. And then the final decision will be made on April 5th. And if I get the position, I will start on April 19th. So lots of good things coming my way here. Just really excited here. I contacted my mom and dad afterwards, and they were proud of me, so that's pretty good here. Otherwise, not much else to talk about today. I just really feel like I put my best foot forward and that I did all I could, and I think that I'm honestly gonna get it, just based on how everything went down. But honestly, it is his decision, him being the hiring manager, and I have to respect his decision no matter what he makes. So, not like I have a say in it or anything, but yeah, just super excited for it to come our way. But now it is time to talk about Topic Tuesday. So this week, I just decided to keep it simple since I rushed into coming from vacation and then immediately had an interview, so I didn't really think about what I was going to talk about today. So we're just going to talk about some of the vacations that I've had over the years, and what I liked most about it. But that is going to be after the gym, so you'll see me change into more of a casual attire, and we'll take it from there. So I'll see you in the next clip. And we're back to the next clip. As you can see, I am dressed more casually here. I just got back from the gym, and super excited to be back over there. I did chest and triceps today, my favorite, so always a good one to start off on. But anyways, now it is time to talk about our Topic Tuesday. So cue the new intro clip that I created. This Topic Tuesday, it's not going to be anything too in-depth or anything, because of just me being on vacation and then immediately going into an interview, so I didn't really have time to think of anything. So honestly, just to get into the theme of what I've been doing for the past week, we'll talk about travel. So I know with COVID-19 and everything, people have been worried about the coronavirus and traveling, but I still love to travel, honestly. Like, I've been to a lot of places here, and and I just kind of want to talk about some of my experiences. I've been to California millions and millions of times. I've been to like Coronado, La Jolla, San Diego, Los Angeles. I never really went to the northern part though, and I know Carlos from there, so I'll probably take a trip over there sometime soon. Well, not even soon, but just sometime in the future. But we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. And honestly, like, California is just a safe destination spot. I can basically get on the road and be there in 6 hours, and it's at least to go to San Diego or La Jolla or something like that, and be able to enjoy a nice beach vacation. And it's also on the way to Yuma, which, by the way, if you ever go to Yuma, Arizona, very small town, there's nothing there except for one place in particular that you have to stop there to get lunch, and that is called Chili Pepper. They have bomb burritos and a tortilla shell. So if you ever get a chance to go to Yuma, then that is definitely something you would want to hit up. But yeah, just super nostalgic. I know, like, me and Brad even when we went to La Jolla, we went along the strip that I used to go on when I was actually pretty little. I can't even remember when we went, but just that entire like ride and exploring over there was just a whole nostalgia trip. So that was pretty cool in itself there. And then going on further east, skipping Arizona for obvious reasons, I actually took a trip over with a youth group actually to Oklahoma to help out with community service there. We did by car, so that took a day or two. So we passed through New Mexico, Texas, and we went through Texas and New Mexico to go through there, and then we stopped in Oklahoma. And I mean, we didn't really sightsee per se, but we did help the community there, and it was super awesome. And I won't forget that trip. It was a pretty cool joyride to take, helping out people whilst hanging out with my friends, doing so and having fun. And instead of heading east, we're gonna go south and go to Mexico. So I actually went to Mexico in 2019 to Los Cabos for a wedding, but of course, because of the circumstances, we actually stayed longer than the wedding. Like, we stayed there for about 4 or 5 days as opposed to like 2 days, and we actually got to explore. It was very humid over there, I remember that, but since my dad works for as a manager at a hotel business, we actually get free room. Well, not free rooms. That'd be ridiculous. But we got discounted rooms, so we got to basically live in style. For me, though, I know the first 2 days we were at the center of town in Los Cabos, like where like all the bars are and whatnot. We were there by ourselves just so that we can explore with each other, and we hit up quite a few bars. And actually, one of my coworkers that's actually went over there too, and he recommended this bar, and we went there and we had a ton of fun. It was, the only bad thing about it was that it was a Wednesday, so not a whole lot of people were there, but it was still really fun. I enjoyed it, and it was cool to see that wedding over there, as well as do a bunch of other stuff like ride ATVs and go to the beach. And oh my gosh, what else I do? I can't remember. But what was also cool about that trip is that was like literally the Tuesday before I was supposed to go, was when I needed to take my Series 6 test, so that I can keep my job. And it was my first time taking it, and I knew that if I didn't pass, I would have to study while on this trip, and I really didn't want that. So that was actually the week that I passed and got fully licensed there. So it was also, honestly, minus the wedding, because that's for somebody else, that trip was kind of a celebration gift for myself here, to congratulate myself on what a great job I did. And what was even cooler, I wouldn't even say cooler, what was even weirder and more mind-boggling is on the plane ride over there, I actually sat next to someone who took the Series 6 too, so kind of crazy. Alright, and then going back into the United States, actually it's more along the East Coast. I've either been on the West Coast or the East Coast. I've never really been like no, actually that's a lie. I actually went to Chicago, Illinois, for a high school trip. We went on a trip over there, and we got to see a lot of stuff like the Sears Tower and everything, and got to explore. It was a really cool trip and something that I'm glad I took with me there. Yeah, we had a great time over there. And then heading even further east, some of my family lives in Pennsylvania, so I've taken a trip or two over there to say hi. In fact, I'm actually going to take a trip over there this year in July. I don't know if I mentioned, or I'm sorry, June. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. It'll be, I took off the 4th and the 7th, Friday and Monday, so I can take 4 days over there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them again, and kind of taking a trip over and taking a trip over downtown with it. Yeah, so super excited about that. And then just kind of looking up at the East Coast here. I actually lived in North Carolina for about 11 months when I was 5. Hello, me again. Now you might be wondering why I'm in a different shirt. Well, my battery died, so I had to wait for the battery to recharge here. So this is still going to be Topic Tuesday. I'm just finishing this up on a Wednesday. So fun times. But don't worry, this won't take up Wednesday's vlog. There will still be a Wednesday vlog for it. But as I was saying in the last clip before I was so rudely interrupted, was that I lived in North Carolina when I was like 5 in kindergarten. So honestly, like, the only thing I can remember from there, since it was literally like since it was literally like 20 years ago, like exactly, was just my house. I just remember having this big 2-story house. It was super cool. It had a nice big kitchen and a living room and den. Super big backyard, all green. And then the second story was there was my room, and we also had like a den area, like a little playroom. So, and I just remember like watching VHS tapes in there, and it was so fun to do. But that's basically the main extent of what I can remember when I was like 5. So I will still take away that memory for like ever. I also went to Pennsylvania. I don't know if I forgot if I mentioned this in the other part here. But my family lives, some of my East Coast family lives over there. Oh wait, I actually did mention that in the last part because I just rewatched and I remember hearing that. So, wow, disorganized vlog is disorganized. I also have been to New York, also for a high school trip. High school is really where I traveled the most here. And it was during the winter, so it was super, super cold. So, just keep in mind that if you ever do go to New York, and you're going in the winter, to always like bundle up. So it's very cold over there. So I went over there. I saw a bunch of stuff there. We actually saw a Broadway play, which is so awesome. We saw the Newsies. That was one of my highlights there. New York is honestly my like favorite trip that I ever took, and I really want to go there again sometime. But we also went to Times Square. That and Broadway was probably my favorite part. And even if it is the most like touristy thing to do and say, like, it is super neat when you I can't speak today. When you don't live in New York, because it's just a whole lot different than even something like Phoenix, even though it's a major city. Because I mean, New York is that huge of a city that it really is mind-boggling there. Let's see, we went to the Empire State Building. That was fun. We also took some tours. Yeah, it was super neat. Like, I love it. I'm sure like if I asked my folks for the pictures that I took, then they would be able to find it. I don't really know. I don't even remember if I shared it with them or not. But honestly, New York was super awesome, and I'm hoping to go back there as part of my bucket list of things to do while I live. So hopefully after all this is over, like, New York will open up again, because it's pretty crowded. But anyway, moving on. Let's see. The last major place that I can remember here, that was a really memorable trip here, was the Hawaiian Islands. I've been to Hawaii twice, one Maui and one Kauai. Like if that is definitely one of the trips that anyone should take there, is to Hawaii. Just one of the one of those islands there. It's super awesome. Very lush, very green, very atmospheric. Lots of humidity, so if you're going, be prepared for that. It's going to be super wet, but that's to be expected when you're on an island basically, and not even like the main continent there. But yeah, I'm just those were super cool. I went to luau's. We went to the beach several times. We went ATVing. And on one of those trips there, not both of them, I even got to bring my grandmother, which was super awesome. Of course, she didn't do all the things that we did because, she's older and is more laid back. But she was super excited that she got to go, and she hung out by the pools and the beaches and whatnot. We had nice dinners. So I'm just kind of glad that I got to bring my grandmother along for one of those trips too as well. Let's see. So we're at roughly, I would say, 13 minutes. So I just want to take the last 2 minutes here to just kind of be grateful for the trips that I had and for some of the amazing memories that I created doing that. And I really hope that I can create some of those memories here soon. I like to go traveling again, especially now that I'm a full-fledged adult that can make my own decisions, and with my dad working at a hotel, it makes that much easier. Not using you, Dad, but sort of using you. So, but it's out of love, Dad, if you ever seen this. So, I mean, some of the trips that I'm planning on here is, well, you already heard of one of them, me going to Pennsylvania this summer. Another one is I'm going to go back to California this year with my little brother. I thought that would be pretty cool if I brought him along for a trip. It'd be our first trip out together. But yeah, those are the ones that are this year. But in the long-term run, not only would I like to go to New York, but I also I don't know how this came about, but sometime 2019, midway through, I can't even remember what day it was. I was having a shower thought. I'm like, you know what? The Olympics are pretty cool. I wonder if there's going to be any in the United States pretty soon here. So I looked it up, and to my surprise, in 2028, Los Angeles is actually going to be hosting the Olympics. So I think it would be cool for me if I invited just a bunch of friends, maybe my girlfriend or even spouse, if that even happens, to rent hotel rooms, and rent hotel rooms. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Book hotel rooms. I know that's a thing here. And watch the opening ceremony and a few events, and then leave. We wouldn't have to worry about any plane tickets. We can literally drive there. Unfortunately, that discount only applies to me since I'm an immediate family member. But a hotel room wouldn't cost much for me, and of course I can bunk in a few other people who want to. And honestly, with those two things, I don't see that would be the best opportunity for me to go watch the Olympics. So that is my future plan. So 2028, I want to go to the Olympics and watch it, which would be super cool. Not a whole lot of people get to watch the Olympics in person. And honestly, yeah, that's what I want to. And the last major thing, I don't have a specific date for this, is that sometime during my life, I would like to go to Ireland. I don't know. It would just be super cool. As many of you know, my last name is Connolly, which is the most Irish name ever. In fact, it's Irish and Scottish. That's how that's how Irish I am. And I would like to go visit Ireland, maybe Scotland too. That would be pretty cool. Maybe just like all around that England area, and just kind of explore over there. Love to see my heritage over there, and it'd be something that I would take away. Even if I'm like 50 or something, I don't even 60, even 70. I don't really care. I just want to see it during my lifetime, and it'd be pretty cool to watch that unfold. But anyway, after talking about that, we're already hitting close to the 30-minute mark. So that's gonna be it for this Topic Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Tell me about some of your vacations that you've taken or are planning to take. I would love to hear your guys' stories on it. Just post them down below in the comments section. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you. Technically today is Wednesday, but I will see you tomorrow for Wednesday.